I'm Rebecca Brand, and today we're going to make chicken spring rolls. They're really easy and really fast and super delicious. Let me tell you what's in them. We're having carrots, green peppers, celery, cabbage, shiitake mushrooms, ginger root, green onions, peas that are frozen, I'm defrosting them now, cilantro, and chicken. Then to that we're going to add a little salt, egg roll wrappers. Now you get these in your refrigerator section of your grocery store. Some white vinegar, some garlic for the sauce, a little soy sauce, and we're going to fry them up in canola oil, but any kind of vegetable oil is fine. So we're going to start to get our oil hot. I'm going to pour oil in until it hits about 3 inches of depth, and I'm going to turn my stove on high. We're going to pre-cook our vegetables, so I'm grabbing my biggest saute pan and sticking it on my stove on high. For the essence of time, I've already shredded some carrots and I've chopped up a green pepper into little pieces. So I put in 2 tablespoons of my vegetable oil and I throw in my carrots. Here goes my green peppers. And you let that cook while we get our next vegetables ready. I'm going to add 3 stalks of celery and I slice them up vertically because I want them to be in little pieces for my egg roll. It just makes it roll better that way. We had sliced them vertically, now we're going to do the horizontal. I'm a little economist in the kitchen, and I want to make things go fast. Add that to your pan. Give it a quick stir. Oh, looking good. I'm going to grate up some peeled, fresh ginger. This is the secret to get a real Chinese tasting spring roll. I'm going to get probably about a teaspoon out of this. More or less, it's just fine. Don't worry about it. Into the pan it goes. Now that ginger is going to infuse into the oil and into those vegetables. I love that spice. Okay, we're going to chop up our shiitake mushrooms really fine because they have a whole lot of flavor. And I want this spring roll to taste like it was made in China. So I'm really happy I found these shiitake mushrooms. At one time, these shiitake mushrooms were about $15 a pound. It was so expensive, I hardly got to use them. Now you can get them for about $4 a pound. That's a deal. So look for these because it really makes a difference in the flavor for this dish. In they go. Now we're going to add cabbage. I'm using just plain old regular cabbage, but you can use Napa cabbage, which is a more Asian variety. So I want them small little pieces, so I'm kind of shredding it here. I do my crosshatch method for chopping. We're going to add this. So chop up your cabbage really finely and add that too. There's probably 2 cups of cabbage in this recipe. I'm going to add a little more oil at this point, 1 more tablespoon, because I notice it's looking a little dry. I don't want it dry. Stir it around. Oh, it smells so good. Let's add our salt now. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I happen to know what that feels like in my fingertips, but use a measuring spoon if you want to. In go the spring onions into our spring rolls. Now it's important that we saute the white part so it gets rid of that bite. But I'm going to save the tops for garnish because it's really pretty. So stick them in too. The last step is to add our already cooked chicken. Chop up your chicken in little pieces because you want the pieces small so it doesn't impede the roll-up of your spring roll. Now my vegetables have been sitting there cooking and they're done. So I'm going to turn those off and just bring them over. By adding your cold chicken to the hot dish, it's going to cool down that temperature so it's not going to slow down your progress of making this dish. Add those little frozen peas that you rinsed as well. Let's add the chopped cilantro leaves. I'm going to save a little bit for my garnish. So let's give that a toss. That looks great. I can eat just like this. It's hard for me to wait for the next step. So now we're going to roll up our spring rolls. So grab one of your wrappers and put it down in a diamond shape. And we're going to put 2 tablespoons of our filling into the first 1/3 of that diamond. You're going to roll it to the center. And as you're rolling it, you tuck in the sides. Then take a little water and dab it on the top. So you're going to make a little seal. And all the goodies are going to stay inside in your deep fryer. Take your wrapper, add 1-2 tablespoons of your filling, start a rolling and roll in your sides, and then seal the end, just like that. I'm ready to fry my first batch, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of the vegetable mixture to see if my oil's hot enough. Let's check this out. Let's check our oil and make sure it's hot enough. Oh yeah, it floats to the top quickly. That's ready. So put your egg rolls in, one end at a time, and gently drop the other side. You don't want it to splatter on you. That could be trouble. I'm putting them in 3 at a time. I want small batches. Because those spring rolls are going to take the oil temperature down, you only want to do a small batch. So I'm going to do 3 at a time. Gently turn them while they're cooking. It's only going to take about 2 minutes per batch for this to cook. Get your paper towel ready to take them out so you are well equipped. To keep the oil from going inside the egg roll, I made sure those edges are really crimped tight. That's one of the secrets to have a less greasy egg roll. That color is looking good. That's about done. Move them around until you get a golden brown color, and then they are done. Take them out. Batch number 2 coming up. While my second batch is cooking, I'm going to get my dip ready. A Filipino friend told me this recipe, and I've used it ever since. It's my favorite recipe for spring rolls, and it's so simple. It's just a head of chopped garlic, very finely chopped, put into a few tablespoons of vinegar. All right, let's try it. So I'm putting a little bit of my special sauce in, a little garlic, a little of that vinegar. Now this is my perfectly manicured bite with a teensy bit of soy sauce too. So subscribe to my channel and let's keep eating great food like this. That's super easy and simple. Okay, you gotta blow it because they stay hot a long time. That's delicious and that's better than any Chinese restaurant anywhere, and I guarantee it. Comment, let me know what you think. Give me some recipe suggestions. I'm having so much fun. Thanks for watching and cheers.